A cream puff is the epitome of a Parisian pastry. Iconic, beloved, and on display in French cafes all over the world. This dessert dates back to the 16th century and was invented for the Queen of France. It's basically a pastry ball filled with whipped or pastry cream. Today, I'm going to give it a seasonal and modern twist by filling it with pumpkin spice pastry cream for a delectable fall-themed dessert. Subscribe if you want to watch more videos, and be sure to follow my Instagram for more behind-the-scenes snaps. First, I'll start by preheating my oven to 425 degrees. Then I'll start on my pâte choux. In a medium saucepan, I'm going to add 1 cup of water, 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and a pinch of salt. I'll put it on the stove and turn it up to medium-high heat and let it cook just until the butter completely melts and the water has a rolling boil. Then I'll take it off heat right away and add 1 cup of flour. Using my wooden spoon, I'll stir it vigorously until the dough clumps into a ball. Then I'll take 4 eggs and add them in one at a time, continuously stirring until it homogenizes. If the dough looks clumpy, don't worry. Just continue stirring because it'll all come together. I'll add the dough into a pastry bag with a large round tip, then pipe it on a baking sheet straight down to form something that looks like a Hershey's Kiss, a really big one. I'll put it in the oven and bake it for 30 minutes until it puffs up and is golden brown. I know you're tempted to open the oven door to look at them, but don't. It needs all the heat and time for it to puff up and cook inside. Here's a fun fact. Choux from pâte choux means cabbage, and these puff up to look like mini cabbages. While they're baking, I'm going to work on my pumpkin pastry cream. In a medium saucepan, I'm going to heat up 1 cup of whole milk, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 2 teaspoons of pumpkin spice mix. You can see how I made the pumpkin spice mix in my pumpkin spice latte video. I'll heat it on medium heat just until it starts to steam. In another bowl, I'll mix 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. Once the milk starts to steam, I'll ladle some of the hot milk into my egg mixture and whisk it until it's combined. I'll pour the entire mixture back into my saucepan and continue to whisk until it thickens. This is going to go fast, so be very careful and keep the whisk moving. You don't want it to settle and end up with scrambled eggs. I'll take it off heat right away and add in 1 tablespoon of butter and 1/4 cup of pumpkin puree. The butter will give it a nice shine, and the pumpkin will add a yummy pumpkin flavor and color. At this point, I'll transfer it into a bowl and cover the surface with a plastic wrap, directly touching the cream. Then I'll let it cool in the fridge for a few hours. Now to assemble my pumpkin spice cream puff. I'll take my pumpkin pastry cream and add it to a pastry bag with a star tip at the bottom. I'll cut my pâte choux in half, then pipe the cream right inside. I'll cover it, then finally dust it with some powdered sugar. And voila! My pumpkin spice cream puff. I love how the star tip gives the pastry cream a little bit of texture and shape. This is so beautiful and festive. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Be sure to comment below if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye!